top because you can't stop when he's on.
Sometimes what he's saying will leave you in a daze,
but you gotta pay close attention cause you can't put a word inside.
We got crazy mad societies, we're all a bunch of freaks.
He's got crazy mad solutions when he talks before he thinks.
When I need a couple bucks, like money ain't a thing, man, I got a side job
clubbing rats over in England.
Off the top, cause he's ready to blow. Sex, drugs, Kris DeVold. Off the top, cause he's ready to go. Sex, drugs, Kris DeVold. Don't take offense, cause my man is frankly honest.
He's the only one that ever beat me in a sweating contest.
Cause if you can't take the heat, you're getting kicked out the kitchen.
You get the dry white toast, he's got the 2 whole chickens.
He's got away with the ladies, they're always taking him home to mother.
When she answers the door, she's like, I see you met your father.
It's obvious his mouth is gonna get him in trouble.
Yo, Bill, call the bar, get the bail on the double.
Off the top, cause he's ready to blow. Sex, drugs, Kris DeVold. Off the top, cause he's ready to blow. Sex, drugs, Kris DeVold. Off the top, cause he's ready to blow. Sex, drugs, Kris DeVold. Off the top, cause he's ready to blow. Sex, drugs, Kris DeVold.
Well, my old nasties, it's 8 p.m. CentralValleyTalk.com. It must be another episode of Sex, Drugs, Kris DeVold! Holy shit, Billy Brew. Fantastic how I'm fucking feeling. Bill, I can always tell when it's going to be a good episode, because if I start off yelling, if I just start off yelling and I get fucking dizzy, that's how I know it's going to be a good night. Are you dizzy? Am I yelling enough to make you dizzy? That's fucking amazing. I love it, Bill. Oh my God, Billy Brew, we are here tonight. It's going to be fucking amazing. Now, let's go ahead and get a little business out of the way. Had you already liked the official Facebook page for the show, you would have known that my live musical guest for the evening is Armed Assailant! Gotta have fucking Jeffrey Schuler out there doing the fucking pregame interview with the fucking band. He isn't even here tonight now, but he was here just long enough to be like, Hey, I'm Jeff Schuler. What's an armed assailant? You're a fucking armed assailant, Jeff. You're an armed assailant. Do you fucking get it? That's how that fucking works. They're in the fucking house tonight. It's gonna be an amazing night. Bill, we had a good fucking time last week. Yeah. We had Leslie Silva here live from Bakersfield, but I am proud to say Bakers. Sorry, that's right. If you're local, they don't say Bako, they say Bakers. That's how you know you're actually from there. Now, Billy Baru, tonight's a momentous occasion because for weeks and weeks now, thanks to Adrian Lizardo, we've had nothing but musical acts from out of town. We've had 5 hours on the Amtrak from French Vanilla. We've had fucking 3.5-hour drives, 4-hour drives. But tonight, the boys from Armed Assailant and the ladies, guess where they're from?
I don't know.
They're right from here, Billy Baru. Can we give it up for local fucking talent? Do we have a singer banger in the crowd? Are you guys singer banging? No? Are you guys all from Fresno?
We're all from Fresno.
All from Fresno. No singer bangers. No Clovis where the signs are brown and the cops frown. Now, after the show, I ain't gonna be rude because here's what's gonna fucking happen, okay? This is how this shit's gonna go down. I'm gonna give Bill the flash drive. I'm gonna get a copy of the show. I'm gonna take my medicine, because me and Bill take the same type of medicine. And then I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. And Bill, it's Friday the 13th. And hey, I'm not telling you not to go to a lake and fucking have a bunch of sex, smoke a bunch of fucking weed. I'm not saying to fucking sin all night. I'm not saying to get too crazy, but Bill, it's Friday the fucking 13th. And if you know anything about a young man named Jason Voorhees who was killing for the love of his fucking mother, and god dang, Bill, there was a lot of titties in those movies throughout the years, Bill. Lots of fucking titties in those movies, okay? Now here's how it goes. After I get out of here, I'm gonna be going to Dynamite Vinyl. Dynamite Vinyl, Bill, where vinyl is dynamite. You're gonna wanna fucking get down there, show the picture. Look at that fucking poster. That's a great rock flyer right there. One Last Caress, Throttle, Cousin Fister, Social Contract. Do I gotta remind you who the fuck they are? They opened for Drake Bell.
Drake Bell?
Drake Bell, I love you, motherfucker. That's exact, man. If I saw him, that's exactly how that shit would go down. Now, Bill, we've drummed up a little something special, all right? A little something special in honor of the camp killer Crystal Lake man, Jason Voorhees himself. Bill, let's go to the film. Let's see some of his best work. This is like James fucking Bond.
Right?
This is like James fucking Bond right there. All right, this is one of my personal favorites right here, Bill. Not the movie, but this particular killing. Bill. It's bad. Bill, you just want to see her tits. Stop it, Bill. Is she showing her tits? Hold on, is she? All right, stop it, Bill. No, keep playing it, but you stop looking at her tits. Yeah. Dry ice to the face. And you slam it on the counter, and then you break her face into 1,000 ice shards. Come back to me on that one, Bill. Holy shit, Jason Voorhees. He's been doing it since been doing it. I can recall being a fucking little kid in the fucking 80s and my brother going to see Friday the 13th movies. And then when I became of age, I was going to see Friday the 13th fucking movies. He can't be fucking killed, Bill. You can't get rid of Jason Voorhees. Jason Voorhees, herpes, and cockroaches. When the world ends, that's all that's going to be left. That means it's gonna be Jason Voorhees with herpes and a bunch of cockroaches like on him. It's gonna be fucking amazing. He does it all for Mama, by the way, Bill. All for fucking Mama. Did you know that? Now, did anything happen bad to fucking anybody in the house for Friday the 13th? I had a pretty good one. As a matter of fact, it was kind of. Am I setting myself up right now? I swear to God, if I go home and hear I can't fucking do it, Bill. Because first off, let's get this out of the way. Fat guys never survive in the horror movie. Have you ever gone to the horror movie and the fat dude's the only one left? It's like Todd eating a fucking Snickers going, well, I guess that's it. I did it. And it's like, that was the worst Texas Chainsaw I ever seen. Well, the fat guy fucking survived. It's either going to be a hot chick, and I'm sorry, if there's any minorities in the room, you're not going to survive either. Where's Black Thunder? I'm glad he's out of the room for this. And then, yeah, the Mexicans, you're probably not going to make it. As a white guy, I have the advantage, but then I'm the fat white guy, and then I'm out. Voorhees has me. This guy right here walking through the door, he'd be first one out. We're talking about who would survive if Voorhees was real. Yeah, Black Thunder's so upset at the topic. He's like, I'm so not going to fucking make it through this one. No, I'm just saying that's how it goes. Now, let's get to this. Anybody play with Play-Doh when you were growing up?
Oh, hell yeah.
Woo!
Play-Doh. That's my shit. The fuck, man? Man, you know what? I brought up some cool shit in this one. We've had people from The Walking Dead in here. We've had cast members from Fast and Furious. But I brought up fucking Play-Doh, and it got a nice pop, like fucking Triple H walking out and wrestling. It was like, Play-Doh, woo! Yeah! Jeez, you guys. Now, let's get to this. How about we get crazy? How about we get a little crazy with the Play-Doh now? Everybody at home's gonna get to see this, but if I could direct your attention to the screen over there by Billy Baru, what the fuck kind of nightmare shroom attack am I looking at, Bill? It's like your best friend talking to you and you realize, oh, hey, man, I think those mushrooms are kicking in. Your face is, I can't see your face, but I see your face. And you know how that goes. Now, what it is this artist is actually taking Play-Doh and he's making these, oh, my God, Bill. What the fuck, man? Look at that shit. Yeah, it looks like you got fucking shot and somebody cleaned it up really fucking nice so you could sit there and fucking look at it. No blood, no nothing. And this is the one that gets me. This looks like something out of fuck. Now, Bill, don't lie. Would you fuck that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and without even thinking. Bill was like, yeah, no, I'd fuck that, Chris. It is an amazing thing. He's done with Play-Doh. He's not from around here, Bill. He's not a fucking American artist. Oh, my God, look at this one. It's like his face has a little mini face on it. I shall call it mini face. Look at that shit, Billy Baru. Now that's the type of shit that fucking fucks you up. Oh, God. Each one is worse than the next. It's like, yeah, you ever punch someone so fucking hard their face does that? Is that what the fuck happens? I'm gonna stand up. You can't be fucking punching people like that, Bill. Oh, God. Maybe it's fucked up because it looks like such a normal person and then he puts that shit on top. It looks like shit. I don't understand what I'm seeing. And I have a feeling if there's anybody out there, there's people that do drugs and watch the show, sex, drugs, and Kris DeVold. If there's anybody on any hallucinogen, oh my God. Oh, if there's anybody on shrooms, LSD, or anything out there, I apologize. This is the most fucked up portion of the show. Bill, what the fuck am I looking at? These are the parts of the show that you don't go back on. Now, does anybody know what xhamster.com is? You do, but you laugh. It's funny when, it's fun. I just like to bring up, no. It was because a lot of people are like, yes, and then nobody said yes or no. Somebody just goes, was he talking about you? You know what the website is, all right. So this website, all right, It's a sex website, if you will. There's also sexfactor.com, okay? Now, these two websites have a show that they're doing. It's like a reality show. Now, Bill, I didn't know it fucking happened like this on these fucking channels. This is some next level fucking shit right here, okay? This is a reality show where basically what it's like is it's kind of like The Voice and American Idol mixed together. They're looking for people that moan good, could be the next porn star, and you get $1 million and the right to officially declare yourselves to a porn star by being on this fucking show. Now, Bill, what are we doing? How come we haven't been cast on any of this shit, Bill? You've been trying out for Game Show Network like fucking television for like the past 10 years. Bill just wants on Whammy. Bill, this is way better than Whammy.
I would say.
There'll be no Whammy stop all day on this fucking show. Now, we can look at the freeze frame here. How do you have a conversation with another man like that? Black Thunder, you can talk to another man like that while you're in that position? Can you, like, literally have a meeting with someone like that? How about if you're the guy talking to him? Could you talk to someone like that? If someone's like, so, man, I'm really happy that you decided to come out here this evening. How's life been, man? I haven't seen you for a while. And you're just like, what? You going to be doing that the whole time? Yeah, no, so anyway, so you've been good, right? Everything's been fine? Like, that's not cool. You know what an Eiffel Tower is, Black Thunder?
Yes, we talked.
Oh, God. That's it. I'm going home. Thank you so much, guys. No, are you kidding me right now? Could we be amazed by the fact that when I bring up something and someone's so excited? Sam I am could not get his hand up quick enough. Anybody know what Eiffel Tower is? Ooh, me. Now, I asked you what an Eiffel Tower is to tell you this story. We found out a couple years after the fact that two of our male friends had been in a threesome together. And this was after the fact, a couple years after the fact. So we found out one night that one of our friends was with his girlfriend, I guess you could say, and they were partaking in some of the white girl. You know that white girl.
Yes.
You know the white girl. So, anyways, they're partaking and they're hanging out, and apparently things aren't efficiently working the way they should be for our friend, for our guy in need. So our guy in need calls his friend, and this friend he calls is one of the most skeeviest guys in our group. So, wait a minute. I guess that's why he called him. All right, that makes sense now. But he's like, hey, bro, I need you now more than ever. I need you to get the fuck over to my place. Why? I need you to fuck my girlfriend. What? I'm going to be there too. Don't worry, bro. It's not going to be weird, okay? But I need you to fuck my girl, okay? Get over here. He heads over because our friend is that skeevy. That's what he does, all right? Let's call him DT or TT, if you will. Now, this DT or TT shows up to our buddy's house, and at some point, an Eiffel Tower is engaged. Now, parlez-vous français with me for a couple seconds. How can we explain this? Well, you got a girl that's perhaps, you know when you're going to trip someone, your buddy gets down on all fours behind him? So let's picture someone like that on all fours, right? And then let's get the guy behind her, and let's take the other guy and get him in front of her. So now they are both inserted in her, I guess you could say. Yeah. Well, now you need to celebrate. You got your homie right there, and now you need to celebrate. So you double high five over the top of her and lock hands. Now that's where it gets a little crazy. That's where it gets a little crazy. See, she was like, wait a minute, DeVold, you had me up until this locking hand things. Well, in order to create the whole Eiffel Tower shape, you must lock hands. Now, these guys, I guess, were committed to the fucking thrill of the fucking game because they did the Eiffel Tower that night. And then we began to ask questions. Now, you got to imagine, this threesome happened, and then our whole group found out about it after we all weren't really hanging out that much together. So this is like finding out two of your buddies fucked a chick like 3 or 4 years after the fact. And everybody's stunned about it. And you don't talk to one of the guys too much anymore. So now you're trying to find his number in your phone just to be like, you doing the Eiffel Tower with TT, motherfucker? Like, you just want to send that text. So now you know what the Eiffel Tower is. Now, Billy Baru, knowing that, could you do an Eiffel Tower with another guy? I'm sorry, I can't. Bill, I'm sorry. The whole locking hands. At one point, I'm locking hands with another man with a boner. You see where I'm crossing lines? I'm just saying, it's creeptastic is what the fuck it is. Now, Bill, that's food for thought. Let's do this. CentralValleyTalk.com. Sex, drugs, Kris DeVold is what the fuck you're watching. Did I mention that my live musical guest of the evening is armed Assailant? Shit's about to get live, Bill. Let's slide that fucking knob. Don't make eye contact. Don't.
Sal Contreras of JC's Lawn Service is the go-to guy for all your lawn care and landscaping needs. Just call Sal at 559-978-7730. Need a dentist? Call Dr. David Wright at 559-222-6213 or visit bitemedental.com. Get solar power for your home. Email Dan Siemens at legacypower.com or call 559-312-5011. Rethink your drink with independent Javita member Christine Levin. Call 559-301-5177 and get healthy and wealthy.
For information on author Steve Hammond's Rise of the Penguin saga, visit www.riseofthepenguins.net.
Kissed by the Moon, your cloth diaper and natural parenting store. Call 559-231-7101 or visit them online at kissedbythemoon.com.
CentralValleyTalk.com.
Yes,
Well, my nasty CentralValleyTalk.com. Sex, drugs, Kris DeVold, what the fuck you're watching. Hopefully you refilled the weed bowl, the cereal bowl. Maybe you got yourself another beer. Perhaps you have chocolate milk. If I had chocolate milk, I'd be blowing bubbles in mine. Well, one day we're going to find out. One day, but not now. Not now, Bill. Bill, I got to talk to you about a little something. Okay. Bill, you ever come into a bunch of free weed? Oh, man, weed. Okay, weed. No, weed is great, but, like, free weed's the best, right? You can even have weed and then come up on free weed. Now, first off, oh man, oh Bill, I even forgot we had this. Let's show this fucking picture first, then I'm gonna get to a little something about free weed. This fisherman.
What? Free what?
I know, right? This fisherman, look at this fucking fish. This is a big motherfucking tuna, Bill. 430-pound fucking yellowfin tuna. He killed it. Now it isn't out there. Isn't it crazy that whenever we find something really fucking huge like that, we usually end up killing it? It's our fucking nature. How do you know you found the biggest fucking tuna ever? He's fucking dead back there. How else do I fucking know? Remember the fucking dude, what was the big alligator? The big record-setting alligator and then hoisted up on a crane? It was like, how do you know it's the world's biggest alligator? The bitch is dead and she's back there on my crane. It's like, what the fuck have you done at that point? That's how we do it, though. It's usually the biggest motherfucking thing. You realize the sandwich, you like a good tuna sandwich, Bill? No pussy joke inserted. I'm being serious. You like a good, with the mayo and the mustard? You like egg in your tuna? That could be pussy, too. Wait a minute, Billy Baru. No, okay. So talk about the free weed. Okay, free weed. Let me tell you a story, all right? Everybody loves the free weed. Now we can't get to the free weed because I forgot we have this story now. Can I get a Danny Tanner Raw because I have to wait on the free weed story? Oh, we got to talk about a 70-year-old Indian woman fucking. All right, let's get to that. Shit, yeah, that's not good either, is it? I apologize, y'all. Let's get to this. Now, this 70-year-old fucking woman. Now, show the picture of her. Is she a piece, guys? Is that a dime piece even for 70? You think her pubes are the same color as her fucking hair? You see, oh, she don't got any. You think there are? It's a landing strip. A nice gray little landing strip, all metallic in the night. That's fucking horrible. Oh, by the way, no one cares when we show this picture. Look at her fucking man next to her. Look at no Parmender next to her. He don't give two shits about anything. He's like, yeah, I fucked her, I got her pregnant. What the fuck you want about it? Like, he gives two fucking shits. Look how that look he gives. This guy gives two fucks. He got his 70-year-old girl. My parents are dead. I'm not going to get in trouble. Like, he don't fucking care, this guy, all right? Now, Bill, here's the fucking hottest part of the whole thing. Bitch is 70 and she's breastfeeding. That was my impression of her titty. I don't. Is that her titty? Is that a 70-year-old woman's titty? And that kid just all. What is that, powder? What is that? Mom, you gotta mix your powder with the fucking water before you give it to me. Is that what's fucking going on? Is that what? That's horrible. Okay, no more of that. All right, no more of that. That's what 70-year-old woman's titty sounds like when her kid's trying to drink out of it. I mentioned something about free weed earlier. Yeah. All right, let me tell you a story about some free weed, all right? This is a nice one to fucking delve into every once in a while. Do you guys know back in the day when they would do a drug bust, they used to put a picture of it in the fucking paper and a map and put an X on it and show you exactly where it was? Right. So let's flash, oh God, this is scary. Let's say it. Let's go back about 16 years ago, okay? Yeah, that's a long time, man. There's people in this room that are like, fuck, if I minus that off my age, Chris, I'm gonna be like 4 or 3 in here, man. We can't be doing that. Take fucking 16 years off, and that's where I was. And we're getting somewhere now, good eighth back then. It could be anywhere from $50 to $60, all right? 60, possibly, if you're getting the bomb. Now, these two fucking dudes come over to our apartment, and we didn't really know who they were. We kind of knew them from partying. They have a backpack full of fucking herb at this point. These guys never have this much weed. And it is some bomb weed. At one point, right when they got there, the dude grabbed a nug out and went and stuck it right on the fucking wall. And it stayed on the wall the whole time they hung out. They were there for like 2 hours. This fucking nug stayed on the wall. Now they're selling these Ace for $20, $25. Now this is at a time where they were 50, 60. So immediately we're like, what's going on right now? This is fucking really weird. Are we gonna have people beating down our fucking door, trying to get in at us for fucking some of this? We start noticing the herb's a little bit dirty. It's got a little bit of dirt on it. You know, it might have come from somewhere. We're not too sure. Well, we start drinking with these guys, and, you know, a little loose lip sync the old shipperonis bill, and they're like, hey, does anybody have the Fresno Bee? And we had the Fresno Bee from that day. He goes, we got it from here. And I did Fowler and Beeheimer. I'll give you the cross streets, because out there's a whole bunch of shit built now that wasn't out there 16 years ago. It was all just rural. Hold on. Rural. All right. It's rural out there. No, it's not. Thank you, guys. That was a nice little sidebar. So we go out there, right? We're like, we're going to go get this fucking weed now. So immediately we don't buy any more from these guys the minute they tell us that, right? We're like, we got what we need, thank you. So they leave, and we talk about it the whole night, okay? We formulate a game plan. We're going to have 2 guys drop off 2 guys on this west end, 2 guys drop off 2 guys on this west end, right? Now here's what happens. We're the guys we drop off, we're not picking up. We're going to pick up these guys, and vice versa. We're giving them 2 hours in the weed field. So we're driving around, we don't know where this fucking thing's at, right? Well, okay, now you're going to understand why, okay? Here we go. We gave them that much time because we cruise out there in the middle of the fucking night, and there's still a cop in the middle of the fucking field. We're like, oh, this can't be good. So me and my buddy's wearing his AD t-shirt. Wait a minute. This is the same buddy from the Eiffel Tower story. TT, David, DT, my bad. So he's wearing his AD t-shirt, and I'm wearing my Blockbuster Video shirt, and we're like, okay, here's what we're going to do. We need to get that cop out of the field. So we're going to drive up into the field, and we're going to pretend like we just got off work. Because we did. And this was our plan. We were going to drive up into this field, and I had my Fresno State school ID on me, and we were going to say we were from Fresno State. Being as though we both got off work late, we're writing a story for the Fresno State paper, and this was the only time we could come out there and talk to one of the cops. So we figured while we were talking to the cops, this would be an ample enough time for our buddies to fucking get in there. This sounds so stupid now that I'm saying it fucking out loud. But we were lit that night and sitting around a table. Ocean's 4. And yeah, this is Ocean's 4, you're right. So then we go back and we're getting pumped up at like this fucking Johnny Quick. We're like, man, we're gonna go do this now. And they know we'd already dropped off our people, so it's go time. We have to get back out to that cop now because we figured they were already getting into the field. We go out there and oh, thank God the cop wasn't there, man. He had taken off for the evening. Oh, thank God, right? Well, can I tell you that 2 hours turned into 3 hours to the point where me and the one car with our buddy and the other car are just driving in circles, and it's a huge circle we got to take around this huge field. And occasionally we pass each other coming up, and we'd roll down windows. Have you seen anybody? No. Dude, something's fucking wrong, man. They shouldn't be in there that long. Like, something's fucking wrong. So we're cruising down, and next thing you know, 2 people pop out. One of them's my current roommate now. Pop out just out of nowhere. Hands in their pockets. By the way, one of them's in the band Mystism as well. Yeah, so a guy from Mystism and my current roommate pop out onto the fucking road. And they have their hands in their pockets. And they're walking all fucking low. And their pants are soaked. And you're like, oh, these guys fucking stand out, right? We pull up behind them and they won't even turn. They're just still walking. And we're like, hey. And they keep walking. It's us. And they turn around. They're like, oh, damn, motherfucker. Oh, man, we fucking got it. Oh, man. And they're high-fiving. We can't even understand them. They're both in a fucking rage. Oh, man, come back with us to the bridge. Come back with us. They had filled their pillowcases to the brim, both of them, with fucking fresh weed. They had fucking hid it under the bridge. Under the bridge sometime is where I found my weed. And so we fucking went back and we got the fucking weed. But lo and behold, the other car only had one guy in it, our friend Dusty. My friend Dusty. He had a big old fucking afro. Dusty refused to leave because he had got the least of everyone. So he says, leave me. You leave me in here. I'm going to wait till that sun comes up. I'm going to get more. So we're like, fuck it. We get back to the pad. The cars are smelling. We're fucking getting the leaves off everything. We want to fucking smoke. It's a party time. There's a picture of me from 2000 in my Blockbuster shirt holding a salad bowl this big, filled to the top with weed. And I'm like one of those. I got to find the fucking photo for you guys. I know. I'm going to wrap it up soon. But I swear. So here's what happens. We get a phone call from Dusty. Now, mind you, this is the year 2000. Not many people rocking the cell phones. Our phone rings. He's like, hey, yeah? Hey, it's Dusty. What? Where are you? I'm still in the field. How are you calling us from the field? There was a guy up in a tree, a Mexican guy wearing all camo. He told me to call him Commando, and he let me use his phone. What? There's other people in the fucking field? Much less, it's a Mexican guy in a tree. He's like, hey, Vato, you want to use my phone, eh? I'm like, really? What's your name? Call me fucking Commando. Like, you can't even call him his real name. He's fucking Commando. So I'm going to wrap this up in a nice bow. Here's what happens. Next thing you know, the sun comes up. Dusty fills up his pillowcase. He puts it into his pullover, and he's walking down the fucking road trying to get back to kind of civilization. A cop pulls up behind him, and he kind of boop. Oh, shit. The cop gets out of his car. He's a good 7 feet from Dusty, and he goes, look, if you give me what you got on you, because I can smell it from here, you can just keep on walking after that back into town. And he took out his pillowcase, gave it back to the cop, and then just walked into town, and we went to pick him up. Saddest fucking story. So he ended up with the least of it all because he got the most greedy. Now, before we go to commercial, after story, my friend DT, the one who wore the ADT t-shirt that night, his buddy used to pick him up every day because they'd carpool to work to ADT. When he came over that next day, we had weed hanging all over the apartment, fucking drying. It was like surrounding the apartment like fucking Christmas lights. Our buddy had some weed on a cookie sheet. He was lightly broiling it because it was so moist and he just wanted to smoke. So this guy comes in and he's like, hey, is DT here? And he has his ADT shirt on. And our friend comes out, had a Heineken apron on that said like Kiss the Cook with the Heineken logo. And he comes out with the cookie sheet, and I'll never forget it, all filled with buds. He's like, oh, no, man, I think he already took off. And then just went right back into the kitchen. That guy never came back into the house for the next 2 years TT worked there. He would knock and then wait outside. CentralValleyTalk.com. You guys, they thought they were getting free weed, Bill. Sex, drugs, Kris DeVold. Now it's my favorite part of the evening. Let's take a commercial break, and we come back. The live musical guest of the evening, Armed Assailant.
Rethink your drink with independent Javita member Christine Levin. Call 559-301-5177 and get healthy and wealthy. Email Michelle Bradford at londonproperties.com or call 559-907-9738 to get your dream home today.
Need raisins? Call National Raisin Company at 559-834-5981 or online at nationalraisin.com.
I think people think of raw food or healthy food as not having much flavor, and this is so flavorful.
So very nutrient dense, and it feeds my body.
I love raw Fresno because I've learned so much about nutrition.
It's organic, and it's delicious. It's nutrient dense and very tasty.
Food that's alive, probiotics, it's healthy vegetables to get that protein, and it's a game changer. It's awesome.
Come to Raw Fresno just because I love the food, and there's not too many options or any options like this anywhere.
I come back because the food is delicious it's definitely a new experience, you know, the different tastes, the salad, it's absolutely delicious.
I love the food because, as I found, this food actually has a lot of flavor. It's also good. It's hard for me to decide what to eat, so then I'll just take samples of everything.
My husband and I both are addicted to it, and it's like we go through kale withdrawals because it makes us feel better.
It's so healthy, and because it tastes so good. I love the wraps. I love the chocolate cheesecake, and I know everything in it is good for me, and I can eat it and feel good about myself.
The food is so healthy and very tasty.
I would definitely come back to Raw Fresno.
I'm not even the same person, and it's all to this food. It's just amazing. It's transforming.
CentralValleyTalk.com.
Sal Contreras of JC's Lawn Service is the go-to guy for all your lawn care and landscaping needs. Just call Sal at 559-978-7730. Need a dentist? Call Dr. David Wright at 559-222-6213 or visit bitemedental.com. Get solar power for your home. Email Dan Siemens at legacypower.com or call 559-312-5011.
Rethink your drink with independent Javita member Christine Levin. Call 559-301-5177 and get healthy and wealthy.
For information on author Steve Hammond's Rise of the Penguin Saga, visit www.riseofthepenguins.net.
Kissed by the Moon, your cloth diaper and natural parenting store. Call 559-231-7101 or visit them online at kissedbythemoon.com.
CentralValleyTalk.com.
Well, my little nasty. CentralValleyTalk.com, sex, drugs, Kris DeVold. Ever since the inception of the show, February 12th, 2013, episode 157 tonight, Billy Baru. We are not fucking around anymore. Ever since the inception of the show, I have vowed to bring you one live musical act a week. And this week, well, fuck, it is a little different because for the first time in some weeks, this band is local just for you. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to bring to you Armed Assailant!
Alright, House of Wolves? No, my foot. Oh. How many fit?
My name is Karen Roseberry, and I am a candidate for the United States Senate. I come before you today asking for your vote on June 7th and bring before you the platform of Save the Future.
Sal Contreras of JC's Lawn Service is the go-to guy for all your lawn care and landscaping needs. Just call Sal at 559-978-7730. Need a dentist? Call Dr. David Wright at 559-222-6213 or visit bitemedental.com. Get solar power for your home. Email Dan Siemens at legacypower.com or call 559-312-5011.
Rethink your drink with independent Javita member Christine Levin. Call 559-301-5177 and get healthy and wealthy.
For information on author Steve Hammond's Rise of the Penguin Saga, visit www.riseofthepenguins.net.
Kissed by the Moon, your cloth diaper and natural parenting store. Call 559-231-7101 or visit them online at kissedbythemoon.com.
CentralValleyTalk.com.
Well, my little nasty. CentralValleyTalk.com is what the fuck you're watching. Can we give it up one more time for the Sex, Drugs, Kris DeVold live musical guest of the evening, Armed Assailant! Holy shit! Let's meet them. Who is Armed Assailant? Start with my left here. Who?
Oh, I'm Eric. I'm the lead singer. I do most of the hard work.
I'm Kelly. I play guitar and sing. Sorry.
I'm Brian. I'm the drummer.
I'm Brian, the guitar player, but no, I'm bass player tonight.
Oh, well, what? Wait, what?
Yeah, I don't.
So what happened there? What's going on there?
Life, man. Bass player to work, yeah.
But hey, sometimes your bass player has to work. Hey, if he wouldn't have shown up with Billy Baru, who would have slept with the bass, right? Bill would have been all over that shit. I gotta ask, all right, where did the name Armed Assailant come from? Who thought of that? Where did it come from?
The name had originally came from our original guitar player. Kelly was the original rhythm guitar player, but our original lead guitar player came up with the name, and he had to leave for his reason. Yeah. I don't remember getting the full story, so I was just like, okay, cool name.
I love when a band has like a cool name, and then in your head you might think all these things about how maybe they got it, and then you ask them like, I don't fucking know. I mean, didn't he think of it? He thought of it, right? Like, yeah, it's one of those things. And then some other bands are like, I was reading this medieval encyclopedia. And you're like, fuck, all right, you guys got into it. Here, I like the way you guys just came together. Armed Assailant, not a bad name. It threw Jeff Schuler for a fucking loop. How long has this incarnation of Armed Assailant been together?
This new roundup, about a month.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah, about a month. Yeah. That's why our bass player couldn't be here, because he just came in and he had to work. He's like, well, they booked me or they put me on the clock, so we're like, all right, we'll just do it.
What you gotta do?
We love you, Zach. No, so who's been in the band the longest? So you? So you're the senior member of Armed Assailant.
Oh, yeah.
Who writes all the music? Okay, now they can't hear us when I put my hand up, but you told me you did all the work.
Oh, I do all the work, all the mental.
I see. You do my type of work.
I do all the sweating.
See, Bill moves all the cameras and the lights, and then I get mentally
prepared.
They're
not doing any of the sweating. I'm doing all the sweating. I gotta be up here.
All the water is when we're like all hot.
Okay, I like this.
Water boy, singer.
He's like, sometimes I'm making the crew pizza pockets. You don't know what the fuck I do, Chris.
There you go.
No, okay, so who did the artwork on the drums?
Oh, I did.
The drummer.
Oh, so the drummer decorated his own drums. I like that. Now, what do you guys listen to? What are the influences on Assailant?
Man, it's all over the board, I think.
Yeah. I mean, don't ask Ryan.
Don't ask me.
Ryan listens to like AC/DC.
I
like everything, brother.
Ed Sheeran. Fucking.
Wait, not what you listen to. What your influences for the band? So any other band that plays hard and sings and screams and stuff like that stuff.
Yeah, of that genre, right? Yeah. And there is a genre for that. There is a genre.
Yeah, hardcore, post-hardcore.
Post-hardcore. Yeah. The dose lead singer action is usually good. The one that can carry I usually like to say the melodic and the screamer. You know? Depending on how it goes.
Yeah, they call me the Treyu guy.
Treyu guy. When we first started singing, it's like, dude, to Treyu all the way.
Yeah.
Song by
and they refused to play the cover anymore.
You had an Treyu cover in the mix? He's like, throw it in my wheelhouse.
I've been begging since I joined.
Let me grab the wheel once and just drive this crazy starship, right? No, okay, so I must ask you, does it go music first, lyrics first, song first? How do you guys put together a fucking banger?
What really happens is they'll play something, it won't even be established, it won't even be set, and I'll scream obscenities over it.
Okay.
And if I find the right rhythm I like, then I let them finish their job, and then I come in and do the hard work, which is the writing. I mean,
that's where the hard work comes in. Point you.
You can sit behind a drum set, you can sit behind a guitar, do pop pop boom. But coming up with the good work,
you can do all that shit. You got a little thing, and you got a little song. You got a little turtle.
But writing something that's catchy and people can sing along to eventually is difficult. It's not easy.
We love group vocals.
I love group vocals.
Hey, that's how they do the vocals in Europe. They're nasty shits over there, group vocals, guys. Watch that shit. They do it in the bathhouses. Exactly, Eiffel Tower. Okay, so you have your influences, and you have your process. How long does it take you guys to come up with a song beginning to end, for instance? What's the longest, what's the shortest time?
When I came in, they had songs already written, like the music-wise, and they didn't have any words yet. So when I came and wrote the words, songs were done. There was no more work that needed to be done. But the new ones have happened pretty quick. Kelly is pretty badass, and
I watch a lot of movies
she's pretty
and write
determined.
acoustic stuff to
She's
it.
pretty determined. So
And then I got this drummer
we're constantly getting like acoustic guitarists from her like every week. It's like, oh, a new song, and we're like, all right, we'll get into the band room. We'll all chop it out electrically, and then it usually only takes.
So
a couple
there is
days.
a plethora of things that you guys have in the shoot that hasn't even come out yet, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Now, before I do this very special thing I do for all musical guests, let's talk about, real quick, where can I find you on social media right now? All the places go.
Okay, Facebook.
All right.
Let's go home.
I like when they fucking make it easy on me. Do you have MySpace music?
No, yeah, no, well, not MySpace. I mean, no, we have Bandcamp, we have Reverb Nation, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
And it's all under Armed Assailant?
Yeah, Armed.Assailant.
Now, real quick, you know what I'm doing? I'm fucking liking their page right now, you lazy fucking stoners. It's as easy as that. I've liked it like 20 times right now. And the link is on the Sex Drugs Kris DeVold Facebook page. Real quick, where can I find you guys? You guys got any gigs coming up? I saw some announcements of some things on the official page.
We have a gig tomorrow on CYC.
Well, I met a PYT at the CYC one time, Bill. Yeah. So at the CYC, what time's that kick off?
Doors open at 6, and then we go on at 7:15.
Boom. So how about you get there at fucking 5:45 so you can get in, get your spot, talk a little shit. Anybody in the band single?
Yes, actually, recently.
Then get the fucking to mingling when you hang out tomorrow night with the band. Now, real quick, before we close out the show, I like to do something special I do for all my musical guests and my live performers of the evening. Sometimes they come on and they realize, Chris, you talked a lot. We didn't get to say what we wanted to say. Or you promised that you were going to fucking ask us about this and you didn't. So how about this? For the next Internet Television Minute, it's no longer Sex, Drugs, and Kris DeVold. For now, it is Sex, Drugs, and Armed Assailant!
Okay, talk.
That was my start.
No, go, Ryan. Talk.
Well, when I first joined this band back in 96, 77, thank you, 77, yeah. Well, you remember the story.
Jesus. God, Jesus. Anyways, Armed Assailant, Fresno, California. We play shows, we do stuff, and we make music. Yeah. Is there anything else? There's Kelly, there's Brian. We're Miss Zach. Where's Zach?
We also, I just want to thank Jeff from Central Valley Music Scene. He's actually been hooking us up with a lot of shows at Dynamite Vinyl. I've never played there before, but I played there just recently, twice. Really cool place. Go check it out. It's small, but it gets everyone close together, so you can have a lot of fun. Dynamite Vinyl is a good place to go.
Good place to sweat.
Good place to sweat.
Yes.
Definitely come out to CYC. It's always cheap. It's only like $3, $5, so that's a good place
also
to go.
Also a good place to
sweat. If you're broke, just come by. We'll probably try to get you in somehow.
Sex, Drugs, and Armed Assailant! No, that's so funny because before I close out the show, she brought up a very good point, Dynamite Vinyl. That's where I'm taking off to right after this. Headed right over. By the way, thanks to Jeff Gurley, Central Valley Metal Movement. We're going to have lots more of his bands on coming up in the next 2 months. It's going to be amazing. I'm headed there right now after this. Dynamite Vinyl, I'll see you there. I'm hosting the show. One Glass Crest, Throttle, Cousin Fister, Social Contract. By the way, give it up one more time for Armed Assailant! Like their page. And Bill, do you want to know who the next musical guest is next week? No, you fucking like them. You like the page. How about this? Cunt. And let's do the last one together. 1, 2, 3. Cunt! We did it, motherfucker. See you next week.
Rethink your drink with independent Javita member Christine Levin. Call 559-301-5177 and get healthy and wealthy. Email Michelle Bradford at londonproperties.com or call 559-907-9738 to get your dream home today.
Need raisins? Call National Raisin Company at 559-834-5981 or online at nationalraisin.com.
I think people think of raw food or